Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Vicki-Lynne and this is Cooking Vegan with Vicki. If this is your first time here, welcome. So glad to have you. Got another great recipe for you today, and I know I say that every time, but to me they're all great recipes. We're going to be making some fresh spring rolls. Got a great peanut sauce to go with it. I'm going to link that above and I'll tag it on towards the end of this video also for you. So the first thing we're going to want to do is do our mise en place, which means everything in its place. So we want to get all of our ingredients ready so we can just make our spring rolls. So I have a frying pan just on the stove top, just warming up a little bit, because we need some warm water to use with our rice paper. So we're just using these rice paper. They kind of look, oh, they also break. They're easy to use. They last forever. We're also going to put some lettuce in ours. I have some bean sprouts. Now, I'm using bean sprouts because I like the crunch and the flavor. If you wanted to, you could use some very thin vermicelli rice sticks where you just throw them in a bowl, pour some hot water on them. But if you want to keep it a little bit more lower carb, then just use the bean sprouts instead. Carrots, cucumbers, some basil, some cilantro because I love my cilantro, and a little bit of fresh mint. And I'm also going to be adding in some of my sticky tofu. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our vegetables sliced up. So we want julienne. Let me move this out of the way so you can see a little bit better. So you're just going to slice off one little spot, and you're going to want to go very thinly down, okay? And again, just thin little strips, that's all we're doing. I think that water's going to be hot enough now. We'll get everything lined up, and then that way we can just assemble all of our spring rolls. This is great. I mean, I know it's December, but I was honestly craving spring rolls. And they're great. They're great for a snack. They're great to bring for a potluck. We take them a lot in the summertime on picnics and out to the park. They're just super easy to take along. They don't take very long to make them up, and they're all delicious. I always put tofu. My husband does like to put shrimp in his. Do a couple more. I'm just making a few up tonight. I'll bring some for my lunch tomorrow. All right. So the same thing we're going to do with our cucumber is we're going to just slice off a little bit off the back just so it sits firmly, and then you're just going to want to julienne. You can buy the scrapers at Julienne. They're like peelers. I probably have one in my drawer. I just find it easier. You just want nice thin strips, that's all you want. And then if you don't like the seed part, you don't have to put that in your spring rolls. Okay, so we are all set to assemble. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some romaine lettuce. You could use leaf lettuce. Don't have it, don't put it in. And that's the other great thing. Put whatever you want in your spring rolls, whatever really you enjoy. So our pan is hot. And I'm going to slice my tofu really in thin pieces. So that'll fit into the spring roll nicely. So this is my spicy sticky tofu, which I'll link the recipe. So we're just going to take our first rice paper, bring this right over here so we have it all together. And all you're going to do is you're going to dip it into the hot water. Make sure all of it gets covered very quickly. Now it's going to look like it's still too hard to roll, or it's not going to be able to eat it. It's perfect. And it'll just take you a little bit of time to figure out how this all works, okay? Especially with the rice papers, don't be afraid of it. You'll figure it out. They're not that hard to use. You just don't want to let them soak too long because then that's too long. We're just going to put in some mint, which adds such a great flavor. If you don't have it, don't put it in. You don't have the basil, don't put it in. And some cilantro because I love cilantro. All right. I got lots of cilantro in there. And then you're going to fold. So you're going to fold in and in. And then you're going to come over the top, crimp it, and there we go. I already have my peanut sauce, so let's make another one. Just make sure it all gets wet. And again, your water's just warm. You just need it warm enough to use the rest of this lettuce here. A little bit off the top. So I always try to kind of stay and make all my matchsticks about the same size, so that way it makes it for easier rolling. But these are so fresh and delicious. So again, I'm gonna put in a little bit of cilantro. You can mix it up. You can, oh, you know what would be really good is the lemongrass banh mi sandwiches. If you go to that recipe and use that tofu recipe, that would be awesome in these. And again, you're going to take the front and pull it over. Front and pull it over. The back and pull it up. Then you're going to go to one side, you're going to lift it all the way up, and you're going to pull everything. And then you're going to roll it nice and tight. And there you go. So now we have our peanut sauce. We are all set to go. Oh, forgot to add the bean sprouts. Okay, one more. Well, let's do one more with the bean sprouts. I love the bean sprouts, makes it delicious. And again, you can put whatever you want. Like with all my recipes, what I always say, make it your own. Jalapenos would be really good in this. My husband will add jalapenos to his a lot of the times because he likes it very spicy. Some tofu. One small leaf and a couple of mint. What else do I want? I think that's good. So front to the middle, back to the middle, left, right side over, pull it back, and then just roll it. So when you're storing them, just make sure they're not touching each other, because then they'll just get all stuck together. But if you just leave a little room or put a little piece of lettuce in between, they'll be good to go. They're easy to take with you. The peanut sauce is delicious. How to make this delicious peanut sauce. We're going to be making some spring rolls later, and we need a peanut sauce. So we're going to put in 3/4 of a cup of natural peanut butter. Okay. 1 can of coconut milk, full fat. Add it all. Okay. We're also going to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Only use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. Rice vinegar, any other kind of vinegar will not work in this recipe. 3/4 of a cup of sugar, half a tablespoon of salt, and then we're going to put in our red curry paste. So this is what I'm using, Thai Kitchen. So there's lots of different curries that you can get out there, curry paste. Just make sure they'll all be different strengths of heat sometimes. So if you have one already that you like, use that. So we're going to bring this up to a boil. Gonna mix everything in. We want it all to dissolve. And this makes a lot of sauce, but we make this a lot in the summertime, but I've just been kind of having a craving for fresh spring rolls, and this sauce does not disappoint. So we're just going to let this all cook down and boil. It also freezes really well. So if it's too much for just one person, freeze some of it. But this peanut sauce is good on a lot of things. You can use it and use it on bowls, Buddha bowls, grain bowls. It is delicious. So it's coming up to a boil. We want to keep stirring it. We're going to turn it down just to medium low. And we just want to cook this for about 5 minutes, just continually stirring. We don't want it to burn on the bottom. And this will thicken up and make a gorgeous sauce. If you're enjoying these recipes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give it a big old thumbs up. Share. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you try these recipes and what you think. So besides kind of babysitting it a little bit, super easy recipe. Just dump everything in the bowl. Starch solution friendly. Vegan, gluten-free. Checks off all the boxes. And it's delicious. There we go. So now that's been simmering for about 5 minutes. We're going to take it off the heat, set it aside, and it is going to thicken up while it cools. So let's give these a try. That peanut sauce is amazing. I love it. If you like it really hot, add sriracha to it, which is what my husband does because he puts sriracha on everything. These are quick and easy, healthy. Hope you give these a try. If you're enjoying these recipes, don't forget to subscribe below. Give it a big thumbs up or leave me a comment. Hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.